All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Guys, red day today ending down 897. This one a little bit bigger as we did get caught in a aggressive move down on stock. Let's see, which one was this? CTNT. CTNT is the one that really got us. We did do fairly decent with a small size on AMC, but we gave back profits. I think we got about 650 in gain, 700 somewhere there. Got caught in a flush, did take some trades after the live stream, and ended up finishing flat for AMC. So not great there. I do want to say, man, just a huge opportunity on GameStop and AMC for those people who might have traded it overnight. I mean, this thing was absolutely incredible, man. Absolutely sweet, sweet move for those people who held overnight. I did not expect anything out of these two, but they kept going. You know, AMC from about $5 up to 13, and then GameStop, the bigger one here, that really made a move, went from 31, which was already impressive, up to 80. So over 100% move. And this did start from around 25 yesterday. So very impressive all together. But coming into the open, largely backside, up until we had this reversal right here, which I think might have been the best opportunity. That, along with the bottoming wicks around 45.12 GME, curling up. I did try to take some sympathy plays on KOSS, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and then we'll review CTNR. So yeah, bottoming wicks here. I think this might have been one of the better indicators of the reversal, and then of course, if not, break of 49.84 around 9:50 a.m. Around 9:50. Let's just zoom back on this day. Let's see, around 9:50. I was trading CTNT. CTNT. I think I said CTNR. So, initially kind of a little late to the show, but did capture a trade on AMC around this time, around 51.43, 1,600 shares in at 92 for break of 9. AMC, and this is around the same time, by the way. So this one, we had break over 9. In it does push up into a halt going up, and then the resumption dips and rips, but it wasn't a clean move for me. Didn't get to capitalize there, but you can see AMC compared to GameStop, not as quite of a move, right? We went from 924 up to 1042. The range a little limited there versus GameStop, which went from about 49 to 56, right? I mean, still could have been a little bit better, but in terms of dollars a share. KOSS, on the other hand, this one wasn't bad. I mentioned in the live stream that the adjustment I needed to make was to hold a little longer in some of these areas. This one went from about 6 up to 640 and then 695. So these areas were key, but you had to give the stock time. This one, it wasn't an instant move like the other two. The other two were very volatile, very strong. This one, you had to wait. If you're in here, got to give it time. You can see we pushed up, we pulled back, and then about a minute and a half later, then we're getting that follow through that we wanted to see. So I'm in areas like this, it not going right away, especially us pulling back, 604, pulling back to 92. I'm like, hey, is this thing want to go or not? Because the other two are already halting up. So I cut the trade, but then we actually get the push. So this kind of thing is where I could have done a better job at just holding it, especially if the other two are halted up. Hey, this thing more than likely has to follow maybe a slightly wider stop. But yeah, still try to manage risk by cutting those trades quickly. Right here was a little disappointing because we did halt higher, but the other two pulled back as this one was halted, resulting into a lower resumption and then a pullback initially before this red to green. So KOSS, we had 3 good entries. We even had a short position up here, which we needed to hold a little longer. Very good attempts, just the whole time for KOSS for me. Coming over to CTNT, it looks like it gave a good move into the close. Well, around 1, what's this, 2 p.m., 2:30. I left out today. Let's get the 5-minute chart. Show it some love. I honestly thought this thing was going to be good. So let's talk about where I lost, and I can show you guys some archive. I checked back the archive. It really wasn't that bad. But I maybe could have avoided the dip. But we'll talk about it here. So first thing I want to note is the daily chart. The daily chart in this stock is absolutely beautiful, and it is strong. So if we look back at, August 8th last year, essentially in this area we had all-time highs, and we pulled back, and now, after some time, we're finally curling back up. So a nice big gap right here. I think at the time we were at like 550. So I'm like, this looks good for a potential retest of those highs up there at 690. And it'll probably be in play tomorrow. Hopefully it is, and we can see some more opportunities. But yeah, looking at the pre-market high, we pulled back aggressively at 48. So we're watching, and as I see it, it's halted up. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to be overly aggressive. I didn't see any of the price action, and the stock did look good at the time. Also, GameStop, I believe, might have been pulling back a little bit. So I'm like, okay, CTNT looks like it's something that's not trading with that type of sympathy. It's trading on its own type of momentum. So I said to myself, I think 1,600 shares is fine. And I thought it was. It's not huge size compared to like the 4,000 or 5,000 shares we'll sometimes take on these resumptions if we're looking to be more aggressive. So let me get the time here. Actually, hold up. Let's zoom out. Time 9:49. So we got to go back a little here. So there we go. CTNT, middle of the screen, coming right up. Hopefully my head. Okay, I think we're good. We're not in the way. Yeah, resumption coming up. We're halted at 534. It's going to resume a little lower, and I'm going to watch for the break of the whole dollar. Mind you guys, almost all of our trades are instant. I'm going to pause it throughout this review here, and then we'll let it play in a little bit. So we resume lower. We open up around 480 by 497. There's a bit of a spread. The moment I start to see us getting closer to 5 and some green on the tape, I'm in. And the spread is going to actually tighten up here. We got 88 by 01, which is not that bad of a spread. And now we have 95 by 16. So the stock is actually already going up. And me seeing the ass at 16, I know in the next couple of moments, if we continue to push, we'll already be around 50, 60. So I'm going to look to take profits. I'm actually trying to take profits in this trade. I know we should be at 40, 50 the moment I'm looking to sell. And this actually is already coming down. So this is why I thought I had a winning trade. It's because, I processed to already sell, but it came down so quickly. 78 by 5. I get the filled 78 area here. A little unfortunate, but that's what it is. Now we have 90 by 99. And right here is where we're going to actually see that move next time we get back to 5. There's 5 again. 516 like we just saw. And now, and you can see it was even a little kind of shaky right there. We bounced back down, and then we're seeing 30. And here's where it finally pushes over the level and gets up to 50. And then 60. So now we're going to get a dip. And right here, I thought a retest of the halt resumption open. I think I probably, this one is a little tricky. On one hand, it's like, it's kind of rejecting, maybe you just avoid it altogether. But the speed at which it came down, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to watch to see this base, and we're going to come down to like 60, I think 50, 40. I'm going to try to buy that dip right there and watch for the bounce back up. Here's the order right here. Can we see that quick bounce back up 50, 60, 70, 80, back to 5 perhaps? This comes all the way down to 20 into the halt down. Thankfully, I didn't get caught in the halt down because, this could have been brutal. But we lost money today being aggressive on the stocks we love to trade in the areas that we're usually aggressive. As you guys saw, that first trade pretty close. But GameStop, AMC, I really tried to play KOSS sympathy. I thought I could have done really well there. But as mentioned, the whole time is where I needed to be a little bit better. But other than that, if I'm to go back, what I would try to do differently, maybe just focus on GameStop and just watch those key levels. Day number one, if you guys, I didn't make a recap yesterday. I kind of had some personal stuff going on. But yesterday, the issue I had with GameStop is that I missed the break of 26, right? Actually, and hold on, I'll come back and let this play out once I'm done explaining this. But in terms of adjustments, this is what I would have done. But yesterday, these are the things I kind of like faced that kind of threw me off a little bit. Let's come back to the 1 minute chart. Right here, we had a very obvious red to green. Right here. And this right here was a break of 26. High of this candle, 26. High of this candle, 599. For those of you in the classes, go back and watch this area. You can check out Marcelo's live stream. I didn't see Tim's. Tim probably caught it too, but I know Marcelo caught this area. And it's a textbook trade of what we take for break of the whole dollar. I just was not aggressive enough to get in before the breakout. And so when it broke 26, it ripped to 26.40. And I was hoping for a small pullback to be in for the move up, the continued move. Instead, we held 40 and pushed higher. I even bought 40, but sold 60. And then it got halted up right here at this high of 26.89. From there, I heard some talks about there only being limit orders now, but it seemed like that comment might have been referring to the very first minute of the open. So I said, hey, limit orders, let me just not even bother, because this thing is going to be super spready, super fast. You know, I'm just going to watch one of the other stock. I wanted the cheaper stocks I started to watch yesterday. So that's kind of how I missed out some of this move. When I did come back to it and notice that the market orders are still working, we're halting up, instant halt up, stuff like that. You know, one of those things, man. I think there was even there was even a resumption where um the time asked that the 5 minute interval was off by like 20 seconds. That happened quite a bit on AMC today. And that can throw you off, right? You start to think it's a 10-minute halt, you look away, stuff like that. So you got to really be locked in and give these stocks an extra 30 seconds sometimes just to make sure it's actually a 5 minute halt and not 10 minutes. Stuff like that's what got me. And even today, that same similar thing on AMC at one of the halts did get me, where I thought it was a 10-minute halt. I looked away, the thing resumes, and I was playing for sympathy. So when it resumed, I bought immediately, assuming we should get the follow through because GameStop was up. That wasn't the case. It dipped and then ripped. But if I'm to be watching the resumption through and through without, that delay, I don't think I make that mistake. But it's still a mistake on my side, right? I should never be buying without all the information, right? I need to see the information. You really and truly deserve to lose money when you make that type of mistake because that becomes gambling. I didn't see the level 2, the time and sales. I didn't gather the data, make a decision. Right? I didn't do any of that. I just bought. And that's not what we do here. So that was on me. I did mention that in the live stream that I gotta not do that and do a better job. Right? So you definitely gotta call yourself out. Whenever you guys notice you make a mistake, you gotta call yourself out, hey, we're better than that. And then you move forward, right? You kind of note to self and then all right, push forward. So when I'm in a similar situation again, hey, no trades, be patient. And we're human. This happened to me before months ago, but it's one of those things where, after a few months, you kind of end up making back a mistake, and you got to remind yourself again. The key though is to not make these mistakes too frequently, right? If we can eliminate them completely, even better. But yeah, coming back to CTNT, I'll let this play out, and then we can shut it down and show you guys how I really ended up getting red. Because again, we did have some small scalps on AMC, which did put us green. So here we go. Resumption is coming up. There it is. I mean, it's a fair trade. I think I was selling for gains. I think I was trying to sell for gains. Maybe I could have been more aggressive to get back in. From here, the move was basically done. It pulls back into this level. I'm thinking, hey, quick dip. It goes all the way down to 20. Just brutal. Absolutely brutal. And just like that, even with what I would consider a small size for this stock, because I could easily be taking 6,000, 5,000. I mean, you guys seen me done it before, right? Whether it's myself, Marcelo, Tim, we could easily, try out, easily take 5,000 shares on one of these stocks and be in. So I'm looking at this a smaller size, but I was thinking maybe, okay, being that I didn't see the price action, I don't know the spreads, maybe I could have sized down a little bit more because I'm still in this trader rehab kind of a phase. I did plan to come more aggressive Monday, and then again seeing the pre-market session today, but still gotta manage risk. It's not a bad loss by any means, but still, do I want to be down 800 in just two trades in just 30 seconds? The answer is no, right? So I gotta manage that risk. I just didn't think I would have been losing this much on this stock, but that's kind of what got me. One of those things, man. It kind of, you overlook the risk just a little bit. But yeah, this was the day. Shout out to Crispy, by the way. Crispy, man. Crispy ended up dialing in on GameStop. I didn't see how Marcelo was able to do. I gotta check out Tim's archives as well tonight. Triads. Tonight I'll be studying up again. But yeah, shout out to Crispy Trade. If I pull over to Discord here, Crispy Trades, good old Crispy Trades. One of the Team House members, if we come down to profit loss, did do exceptionally well. We had some red P&Ls today. We had some green. It was a little choppy for some of us. I gotta actually scroll up. But yeah, shout out to BMAC as well, who's been really consistent. Cactus Rob, small red day, nothing to him. He's been very consistent, almost green every day, I believe. Tim, okay, Tim had a small day. Small day. Let's see, good recovery, botched day. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Danny, seeing difficult day on GME. Looks like a little bit of chop early, but then got it going a little later on AMC. So this is good to see. Good curl back up here and steady gains. So way to go there. SF, Green Day. Dynamo, what a good day. Dynamo I saw earlier. So we had a lot of people do all right, but we did still have some chop. We did still have some red P&Ls here and there. Where's Crispy? Where's the Crispy? Okay, there we go. There it is. Crispy with a $32,000 day. But for someone like Crispy, this is we don't want to. How do I say this? We want to celebrate this, but for him, it's like this is the norm, right? So it's like, we honestly expect to see Crispy with a 100K day because we know he's so capable, right? So shout out to Crispy, shout out to Save, Calamity, the Team House guys, who are also getting it done. I mean, this stuff is really good to see. It's really encouraging. And it also lets you know if you're willing to put out that risk out there that, in the right areas, of course, you can be rewarded, right? Oh, I spelled his name wrong. Oh, did I? No, no, I think I might be good. That looks like it's spelled wrong for some reason. Hey, friends. Yeah, guys, I think that's going to do it for the recap. Miami coming soon. Day trading team house coming up. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for the recap. Hit that thumbs up. Guys, it's been quite the rough patch here. I'll show you guys my trader view and then we'll shut it down. Calendar. It's like mentally I don't feel like I'm red, but I am red. And it's a little disappointing to see myself this many red days on days where there've been opportunities. And it's a lot of it is just what we saw in that archive. Taking all the right trades I would usually take and getting caught. It's one of those things. But I'm surprised it's happening at this level of frequency. Usually I'll get unlucky a day or two, but not like this. So we definitely have to continue with that smaller size. Be careful and not look to be super aggressive. My goal will be, hey, 3 green days to end it out, even if it's small green, like a couple $100. That'll be great. But yeah, we definitely want to be trending in the right direction here. The bulk of the losses are, of course, between these 2 days, Monday and Friday. $2,300 loss, along with a 3K loss. And it does add up. So we got to be careful. With the last thing we need to be is to be down 15, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, right? This right here is enough. We don't need to be down anything more than this. So we got to tread lightly, manage risk well, continue with the small size, and keep looking for those good opportunities that we know and love. And be a little bit careful towards the spreads. The spreads will definitely get us at times. But I'm feeling good mentally. I feel fine. I'm just looking forward to us seeing some more opportunities. And another thing I did notice is that my volume, my other than my accuracy being awful, of course, my volume is down significantly on the red days. The problem is that I've been taking bigger, just like the loss we saw. That losses we looked at just now is a great example of what this month has been. So even with smaller size than usual, I'm getting caught with bigger losses. But again, it's only a matter of time. Right now the short sellers need to enjoy, they need to enjoy this choppier market where we're seeing a lot of flush downs, because of course when the time comes, man, when the time comes and we're doing 20K a day on those hot days, I can already feel it, man. We'll be rising up like the phoenix. Can you guys smell what Relentless Trader is cooking? Man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm always excited. I feel good. I feel ready. And I will be here always. Guys, hit that thumbs up. We'll be back again bright and early at 9:15 a.m. tomorrow morning. Let's stay dialed in. Let's stay locked in. Let's stay sharp. Let's get to this bag, man. It's been Relentless Trader. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.